Hey guys, you got to check something out. I'm going to do a longer video later with a taste test, but I wanted to show you something real quick. You see, I went down to the mailbox the other day, and I love getting the mail. I don't know, it's just something about me. I've always enjoyed getting the mail. Maybe it's because so many of my friends send me so many amazing things in the mail. I mean, sometimes I've got a friend that sends me Mountain Man soap. So when I open the mailbox, he knows I love pine tar soap. So I open the mailbox, and it's like this scent just comes out, and it's like, oh. And another thing I love smelling when I open the mailbox is coffee. And guess what was in my box the other day? Let me show you. I've already ripped this box open because I knew what was in there as soon as I smelled it and saw who it was from. But from my buddy over at EarthFirst Organics. Look at this. They make coffee now. Now, here's the thing. I've done some commercials for these guys for their vitamins. And vitamins are amazing. My buddy Michael makes some amazing products over there, but he just now started doing coffee as well. Check this out. EarthFirst Organic, single origin. Oh, I love single origin. I'll drink a blend if I have to, but single origin is always my favorite. So this is single origin Columbia regenerative organic certified. So this is rock certified coffee. Whole bean, yeah, because I love grinding my own beans. Because and actually my daughter, she's my personal barista. My daughter is, and she'll grind the beans, make my coffee, everything for me. She does an amazing job. But he's actually got a picture of some of the folks that help bring this coffee all the way to me. Tasting notes. Let's see, a dark caramel, brown spices with a velvety, subtle graham cracker finish. I love it when coffee. See, you can buy coffee at the grocery stores, and you can even buy coffee at some good shops and things like that. And I'm not saying it's all horrible coffee, but I've got my preferences for what I love the most. And when I look at this bag and what they put into the bag and the information for me, it tells me a little more that they care about where it comes from. They care about the effect it has on my body when I drink it. And just they care more about the entire process, the supply chain, everything that goes into this coffee. And you can tell just from the bag. I mean, the notes, the rock certified, medium dark, fair trade certified also. Got a QR code where I can check them out. But on the side here, they've got more info on the process that was used to bring it to me, the origin, the varieties of coffee. I mean, most coffee, even good coffee, all you're ever going to know is it Arabica or Robusta? And big difference between the two. If you don't know, look that up. But this here, man, they have actually given me the varieties on the plants themselves. That's pretty amazing. That's a first for a coffee bag. I've just not seen that on a coffee bag before. It even tells me what altitude it was grown. I love this. All right, and so like I said, this comes from EarthFirst Organics, and there's actually their story is on the back. Small batch, artisan roasted, 100% Arabica specialty grade. But I've even got the varietals on the plants. That's pretty awesome. And this is from I promise I'm going to massacre this word, so forgive me for that. But the Asa Profucal Co-op in Colombia. And so that's pretty awesome. So high altitude and ethically sourced. And so you know what? I'm going to stop this first part of the video here, and I'll catch up and do some more video on this thing when I'm doing the taste test. All right. Hey guys, I'm back. So you saw the first part of this video already. You probably just finished watching it because, I know this because I merged these two videos together. So now here we are. And talking about EarthFirst coffee, I could have done my usual coffee video in my office right there on the other side of the camera, where I'm just sitting there drinking a cup of coffee and talking about it, and I got my office stuff in the background. But this one matters more. This one's different. I wanted to do this EarthFirst coffee video out here and just in front of one of the big garden beds here on the farm, because that's what I want you to realize is you can buy coffee in any of a gazillion places. And let's be honest, most of them are bad. Most of those coffees, mass-produced coffees, are going to be full of mold. They're not going to taste good. They're definitely not going to be rock certified. And if I seem more passionate about this coffee than I have some of the other videos, and not that I've tried other coffees and reviewed other coffees that were all bad. This one, though, it's a buddy of mine that owns the company. So I wanted to just let my passion come out. I wanted it to feel a little different because this kind of thing, regenerative growth, having a farm that keeps giving back and gives to others is what's great about this coffee, or one of the many things that's great about this coffee. And I'll leave you with a couple of other things. The main one being, if you drink coffee a lot, well, not even a lot, but coffee, it tastes a certain way. And so you can get used to that. But every now and then you try a coffee that is so good and so pure that it tastes cleaner. And so, you know, when you buy EarthFirst coffee from my buddy Michael, you ain't got to worry about mold. You don't have to worry about the supply chain. Now, you can definitely find out about any of that. I mean, it's all right here in the bag, even to the batch it came from. But you don't have to worry about any of that. All you have to do is just order some up, grind those beans, smell that aroma, make yourself a mug of coffee however you prefer it, and just sit back and enjoy. Me, I'm going to go up there on the porch in a few minutes, prop my feet up, and kick back with a cup of this coffee, and just enjoy hearing the cicadas and the birds and the leaves blowing through the trees. And so that's why you should buy EarthFirst. That's why I wanted to make this video for my buddy, because he makes some amazing stuff, some clean vitamins. And by clean, I mean you don't have to worry about all the crap that gets caught up in the system. Clean vitamins, amazing clean coffee. So definitely check them out. It is most definitely worth it. You know what? We're here in front of the garden. I'm going to sneak in one more tip here. One more thing I want you to do. Don't flush those coffee grounds down the drain or in the trash. Compost them. We compost coffee grounds here. Not only the ones that I make, and I make a good, decent amount of coffee, but I'll actually go to neighborhood coffee shops and I'll get big bags of their used grounds and I will compost it. And you know what, if you don't have a garden, if you don't do composting, guess what? I'm sure you've got shrubs and bushes, things around your house. If you'll just spread some coffee grounds in there, it'll help your bushes. And here's the tip. It'll keep slugs out of the mulch, out of the bushes, keep them from crossing that barrier coming up onto your porch. So if you have any problems with slugs, things like that, so that's just a little extra tip for you. So buy EarthFirst and don't waste the grounds. Be a part of the system that he created with this coffee by returning the coffee back to the earth when you're done. I promise you do that, you drink some of this, everything's going to be better for you.